drop two updates that are really trending. The very first one has to do with the Nigerian Association of Medical and Dental Academics, known as NAMDA University of Ilorin branch. They've actually come up to declare their support for the national body's decision to give the federal government a fresh 21-day ultimatum. Now they are saying that the 21-day ultimatum is to address the long-standing concerns of medical and dental academics in the country, and that the ultimatum would expire on the 31st of August. Okay, so what does this mean? The federal government would have to try as much as possible to heed to the plea of these people and make sure that they do not embark on strike. And yes, we are getting reports from DR Congo that the Bundibugyo virus has spread really fast. And it says that the Bundibugyo virus disease outbreak in the Democratic Republic of Congo has entered an intense transmission phase, with cases spreading rapidly across 6 provinces of the DR Congo. Now, the World Health Organization, in a statement a few days ago, noted that as of Wednesday last week, the DRC reported 4,665 confirmed cases and 2,184 deaths, representing a case fatality ratio of 46.8%. It also stated that increasing infections, wider geographical spread, and high death rates have intensified concerns about the public health emergency. Yes, it's now a public health emergency, and as we speak with you, the Bundibugyo virus, the Ebola strain, is spreading rapidly in the DRC. They've actually tried to contain it, right? Thank God it hasn't spread yet to other African countries, apart from Uganda, whom I also know that at some point they had to declare an emergency in the health sector, and they were able to, fight it. And right now it's being contained in the DRC, and we hope earnestly and pray that very soon this will be a thing of the past. Okay, so before we go deep into the conversation for today, I want us to shake off all the cold, the way I'm feeling this morning, if I do not do this little warm-up, well, I wonder if I'll be able to make good use of our time this morning. So let's go dance a little, 3 minutes, and when we come back, we'll try to join our guest, hook up with our guest who's somewhere around Imo State to join us on today's edition of Health Revolution, and then we'll get messages from our sponsor as well. Don't go anywhere.
Music. Music just the way you like it. We are Echo FM 100.7.
The fresh newspaper.
No station does it better like we do.
So what else are you looking for? We have all the shows and programs to keep you entertained and informed as you navigate your day. Keep your radio dial locked on Echo FM 100.7. Don't touch your radio dial.
Minute this morning, and I believe you are on top. Boy, Die, one song we're not going to get away with very, very soon because it's, let me leave it there. Okay, so let's go over to the conversation. But before then, quickly, let's go take a message from our sponsor this morning. And the moment we get back, hopefully, we'll be connected with our guest, Mr. Elvis Onyugo. When we'll come back, I'll get to tell you all about Mr. Elvis and then tell you about the topic for today.
This program is sponsored by If Green Foods.
Ndị banye ndị If Green Food ebuterela anyị nri ọma abụọ. Ọ bụ If Green Vita nakwa fufu flour.
Yes, so If Green Vita bụ nri ọma, ya bụ ị na-elo akpịrị ga na-ekwu egwu. O nwere fiber ga-eme ka ị ghara inwe weight rie nne. If Green Vita nwere vitamin A n'ime ya, ị ga-eji ụdị ofe ọbụla wee lodaa ya fiam.
Kedụzi maka fufu flour? Ebe ahụ ka nke bụ nri dịzinụ. Maka na arụrụ ya n'ụzọ pụrụ iche, o nweghị isi. Bịa nwee carbohydrate nke ọma n'ime ya, nakwa protein. Iji nyere gị aka ịnọrọ n'ezi ọnọdụ ahụike. Naanị nkeji ise ka ị ga-eji mee ya, na-ejighị gbawa ọsụsọ ọbụla ịsụ ya asụ. O nweghị abụba n'ime ya, o nweghị cholesterol. Ọ bụ naanị akpụ ka eji rụọ ya kpọm.
Nri abụọ ndị a dị na 1 kg. Ị ga-azụta ya n'ọdụ ahịa ọbụla dị n'ala anyị.
Ngwa sonyere anyị na Twitter, Facebook nakwa Instagram @If Green Food maka ajụjụ ngwakọ.
KC Stores, number 1 Stadium Lane, Owerri. Telephone number 0814-264-6966. Akachọkwuru ndị nkesa ahịa. Ọ bụrụ na ị chọrọ isonye na nke a, kpọọ ọfịs nọmba 0908-328-8888.
If Green Food, rie nri dị mma ma ezi ọnọdụ ahụike.
Music.
Music.
Music just the way you like it. We are Echo FM
Welcome back. If you
100.7.
just tuned in, you are listening to Echo FM 100.7 Owerri, and the program remains Health Revolution right here on your favorite dial. Our guest is here on the phone. Good morning to you, Elvis Onyugo. Can you hear me?
Yeah, good morning, Slim Diva.
Oh, welcome. I know you've been waiting for a while. Sorry about that. I just wanted us to shake off the cold this morning, eh?
The code is more.
Yes, it's more, but somehow I'm beginning to experience shortness of breath. I knew you were going to laugh out loud. Okay. Thank you so much, Elvis. It's good to have you join us. And yes, the topic for today is shortness of breath, dyspnea. That's what it's called. But Elvis will help us pronounce that correctly and tell us exactly what it is. Okay. And then we'll try to link it as well to chest pain. We're live on Facebook at Echo FM 100.7 and Echo FM. When it's time, you drop your comments around the topic for today. So do you sometimes feel like you can't breathe? Either after, a rigorous exercise or just a slight movement around. The other day, a colleague of mine, right, where we are currently, we have about 3 floors, right? And then a colleague of mine was able to climb the first one, second one, and the moment she got up, she was panting seriously, like she couldn't even catch her breath, right? So also get to find out why that happens. And some people describe that feeling as it seems more like they want to faint or something. So all of these things are what we'll be looking at this morning. I'll leave you, Elvis, to help us understand what shortness of breath is, and later on we'll try to link it up to chest pain. Elvis Onyugo is a respiratory physiologist. No other better person than Elvis to talk about this topic today. So go ahead and enlighten us, Elvis.
Okay, thank you, Slim Diva. Thank you to have you here again. Well, you got it right. You normally call it dyspnea. but you can also refer to as shortness of breath. Well, normally you can just define it as an uncomfortable sensation that when someone cannot get enough air. Some persons can describe it in many terms. You can say, I'm feeling like I'm suffocating, I can't get enough air, or my breathing is not normal. You can put it in any way, but just the main thing that person is not getting enough air as usual, or finding it difficult to get air. That's just what we can talk about shortness of breath.
Okay. So now, I'm trying as much as we can to differentiate between shortness of breath and fainting. Like I said, some people describe that feeling of lacking breath as them wanting to faint. Is there any relationship between the two?
Yeah. Shortness of breath can, continue to fainting, because when you're lacking air, it's just like your body is giving you a warning sign. I'm not getting, after what the body is not getting at that time is oxygen. Because the air we are getting in, what the body just needs in that air is oxygen. So when you're not getting enough oxygen, there's only one part of the body that cannot stay even 2-3 minutes without oxygen, which is what? The brain. So once the brain does not get oxygen, they will shut down. And when you shut down, you lose consciousness. That is what we call fainting. So once the brain does not get that oxygen, you lose your consciousness and you just have to faint.
Okay, so that's the difference between the two. Okay, so are there ailments that mimic shortness of breath? Or is something that just happens on its own?
No, shortness of breath, when you hear that word shortness of breath, there's only one organ that comes to your mind, which is the lungs.
Okay.
Which is a respiratory organ. So once there's someone having shortness of breath, you can link it to any respiratory disorder, ranging from asthma, pneumonia, respiratory infection, or chronic lung disease, pneumothorax, name them. But all I just want you to understand that it's just a symptom of any of these I've mentioned. Shortness of breath is not a disease, but rather is a symptom, or it's like a body telling you that there's something wrong with your lungs, actually, at that time.
Okay, so I like the fact that you stated that it's not a disease, because like I said, that particular person I talked about at some point started getting worried, and somehow I've also heard some people say that when they lack breath, when they have shortness of breath, it also comes alongside heart palpitations. I don't know if that's okay.
Yeah, because you can't actually talk about shortness of breath without coming to talk about the heart, which you can see the symptoms coming out as the other one you mentioned, which is the chest pain, which is the patient I talk about. Two of them actually goes in. In fact, you get more concerned when the two of symptoms are together.
Okay.
You feel more concerned when you are having that shortness of breath accompanied with chest pain, which can form a form of palpitation. So that's when you get worried. That's when you start looking out for help or seeking for medical attention. So definitely they go hand in hand.
Okay, so they work together. Okay, so now I know you've mentioned some of the ailments that can mimic shortness of breath, all right? What other causes should we know about?
It can still be maybe where you are not exposed to enough air. Actually, if not from your body, maybe the environment, you're not getting enough air. That is why you're feeling that shortness of breath. Or still, as you mentioned, your colleague, apart from any lung disease or whatever, it can actually be from maybe either panic, anxiety, or when you have actually been exposed to a rigorous exercise, which you have not been normally doing. So whenever you have those kind of issues, because when you're rigorously exercising, now your body is consuming more oxygen than normal. So the only mechanism the body can use is to increase your breathing. You see yourself, you try to catch more air to compensate those oxygen that have been lost because of that rigorous exercise.
Okay.
So that's when that person feels. So at that time, it can be normal, but if it kind of continues and comes back again, that's when the person gets worried to now start seeking medical attention. Then panic and anxiety raises what we call the epinephrine level, which can actually increases your breathing, making you feel that shortness of breath too. So they can work, which are actually normal, but when they kind of exceed or continue, you actually have to start seeking medical attention.
It depends on the kind of anxiety. For instance, now you're just sitting down and you get an alert. Bam, 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 5 billion naira.
All of them are dying. Yes, you definitely have that shortness of breath.
Can that also give you shortness of breath?
Or just you have in that studio like that as you're having this call. Someone else say a snake, snake should definitely check your breathing.
You're not going to see my back now.
So those can actually cause, apart from the lung disease, can actually cause shortness of breath.
Shortness of breath. What of stress? Excessive stress. Is that all? Does that also contribute?
We can't rule it out, and this is where the whole thing gets messy. Sometimes when people having that shortness of breath, they give themselves that diagnosis that it's just stress, And this is one thing. When you told me, I said, this is one thing I want to correct the audience today, whoever that is listening. Don't always put that shortness of breath to stress. And like saying this anytime I'm talking about this topic, because it's just like you having your own, you're not doing your personal diagnosis, because it might still not just be that stress. So you don't know, and you can't really say, okay, let me see the way you're having that shortness of breath. You can't use the way that person having that shortness of breath to describe or to diagnose what is causing it.
Yeah.
You cannot until you have a medical proper checkup. So you can actually be stressed, but by the time you now check yourself, check your stress level, and it still continues, you should get worried.
Okay, you should seek medical attention. So when do we describe shortness of breath as acute or chronic?
Yes. When it is actually acute, you just suddenly have a shortness of breath. You can't just, talk about what happened. It becomes severe, it's sudden, you get worried. That's what you call it. But when it is not something that has been gradually from mild, increasing, coming back after some days, you'll be having it for some months, that is actually when it's chronic. And definitely you need to get medical attention, because at that time, if you are still alive after some weeks or months after having serious shortness of breath, just trust me, you're living on mercy of your life.
Oh, no.
At that time, you need to actually go for medical examination.
Okay, that is well explained. And one last question before we open up the phone lines, and then we'll come back to the conversation. Can anemia, lack of blood, in any way cause shortness of breath?
I've already explained that indirectly. I told you, this shortness of breath, what we're looking at is oxygen. When oxygen is not getting to other parts of the body. Now, when the oxygen gets into your system, what carries the oxygen? The blood.
Okay.
So when there's not enough blood, there might be oxygen, but there's not enough blood. So the body cannot still get enough oxygen, which now makes your body, your brain sending signals to the lungs, I need more oxygen. Not actually that you need oxygen, but because you're lacking or you're having shortage of blood. And in the case of sickle cell anemia or anemia, it can be actually shortness of blood, or actually the red blood cells are deformed. That means they're not in their proper shape. Because we know the shape of the red blood cell is kind of oval. So when they are not in their proper shape, that's in the case of sickle cell anemia, the oxygen cannot have the attaching point to those red blood cells. So they cannot still carry the oxygen to every part of the body. So you definitely be experiencing shortness. Every anemic person experiences shortness of breath. It's one of the underlying symptoms of
anemia. Okay, you heard from Elvis this morning. I know that people have a lot of questions. I'm trying as much as I can to manage time today, so I wouldn't get complaints. Oh, you did not take my call. I keep calling all the time. You don't take my calls. Please, I want to start taking calls now before we go take messages from our sponsor this morning. 0911 20,022, or you call 0707 454 1014. 0911 20,022, or you call 0707 454 1014. Alternatively, send in your WhatsApp message to 0707 491 3438. Do you experience shortness of breath once in a while? Do you think it's beginning to affect your life somehow? And for most people, you are not old though, you're very, very young, between, let's say, 18 to 25 or 18 to at most 30. But you can't even trek. You can't even trek from here, for instance, from our office to the junction or to Old Stadium. You start to pant. I don't know if that's a problem, but Elvis will help us understand. Would love to hear from you this morning. Hello, good morning to you. Good morning. What's your name, please?
My name is Unity, calling from Unity.
Unity, I've been expecting your phone number for the past 7 days. Please send it to me on WhatsApp, okay?
I don't have this phone has faults.
Oh, no. Move away from your radio set. SMS. Okay, do that. Send it now, and I'll try to trace it. Okay.
I sent it yesterday.
Try and
So I had my
resend.
name
Resend it now, please. Resend it now. Then go
Okay.
ahead.
I just want to appreciate your program and the topic you read this morning is to help people that have problems, to find their solution.
Okay.
So I so much love that.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Unity, thank you. Our number one winner. Yes, I sent messages yesterday. So if you got the message, try to link up with the distributor today to claim your prize. Okay? Hello. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Hi. How are you?
I'm fine. My name is Peace.
Peace. Where are you calling from?
Purity from Ikinegi.
Okay, Purity. Go ahead.
I try to just bottles of bread sometimes when I'm in a clustered place, or maybe when I've already stretched for some hours, or sometimes just normally, like just kind of just happens. I don't even know.
When you trek for some hours, you experience shortness of breath, right? Does it come
Not a long distance, just small
short distance? Does it come with any form of pain?
No, not really.
Okay. All right. Keep listening.
Like, okay.
Thank you. I would have gone ahead to ask you a question, but somehow the background noise is too much and I had to let you go. Hello. Good morning to you.
Hello, good morning.
Yes. Hi. Good morning. What's your name, please?
Bernard.
Donald. From where?
Bernard from Ohuba, Haji.
Leonard, right?
Bernard.
Oh.
B-E-N.
Monu ya Kandibo. Bernard.
Bernard.
Okay, Bernard from Ohaji.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead, please.
Yeah. Thank you for this thing. See, I do experience that shortness of breath, most especially when I want to take my bed.
Okay.
Most especially if I'm bathing cold water, I will experience that shortness of breath.
Okay.
After that, I will be having chest pain. Like now, I have chest pain. Almost a week now, I'm having chest pain. So I don't know what to do.
Okay, so right after having your bath with cold water, you start to have chest pain immediately.
Yes.
Oh, how long has this been going on?
Almost more than a year now.
Wow. Okay, and then does it stop all of a sudden?
It do stop. Like if I stop taking cold water. Yeah, it stop.
Okay. Okay. Elvis will help you, but before you go, are you ready to answer my question this morning?
Okay.
Did you listen to the message from our sponsor?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and list the If Green products introduced recently. Quickly.
If Green bitters.
Bitters, kwa?
And If Green fufu. If Green.
Hey. Bernard, that's your own product, okay?
If Green fufu bitters.
Bitters. Okay, thank you so much. We'll get to find out if you're the winner, okay? If Green Bitters, wonderful. You have a new product to sponsor. Hope you are listening. Okay, Elvis, we'll come back to you. Just one more call, then we'll come back to the conversation. Hello, good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning, Slim Diva.
Hi, what's your name, please?
My name is Gospel from Owerri.
Gospel from Owerri. Okay, go ahead.
Please, I want to know, for people that are sleeping and they snore, and the manner they snore as if they are having blockage through their, breathing tract. Is it an issue to be worried about?
Okay. It depends on what you mean by when they're snoring and it seems like they have blockage. Snoring has levels, eh? We have the silent kind of snore. And then you have the one that if the person is snoring here in my office, you go to hear him for old stadium. Is it that type you're describing?
let me see if I can explain so that doctor will understand.
Break it down, please.
Yeah. Who I'm calling for is a little child that is of 4 years old.
Okay.
Yes. When she's sleeping, she's not as if she's
okay.
like that, and it makes me worry. I want to know if normal or if it is something that needs medical attention.
It happens only when the child is sleeping, right?
Yeah.
Did this start from birth or it started recently?
Not from birth, but since last year or early this year.
Okay. Keep listening. Are you ready to answer my question?
Question. Sorry, I like the previous caller, I didn't hear or listen to the answer or something.
It's okay. All right. Thank you so much, Gospel. And we will get to listen to, our sponsor. But before then, Elvis, are you with us?
I'm here with you.
Okay, I think we should start with the last person who called because it's kind of an emergency. And he says he's Gospel from Owerri. He has a child of 4 years old who makes some kind of sound while sleeping. More like his or her airway is blocked while sleeping. I don't know how best to describe this now, but I believe you understand what he's trying to say. Like a snoring or a snorting sound. I don't know what to call that sound now.
Wheezing. You can also put wheezing sound.
Wheezing, exactly. Maybe wheezing sound, yes. So he said he said it started early this year and it happens regularly, especially when the child is asleep.
First question I need to ask, I hope you have gotten a medical attention.
Bam, bam.
For him to be asking that question, that means he is yet to get a medical attention, which means he feels it's normal. I try to make it clear, all these things cannot be normal always.
Okay.
First of all, for a child having difficulty breathing during sleeping is called apnea, which is another type of, shortness in breath is dyspnea. This one is apnea. This can be totally blockage of the airway.
Sleep apnea.
Sleeping apnea, trying to grasp air while sleeping. It can be many reasons. It can be the position of the baby lying down. It can be an underlying health issue the baby have developed even from developing inside the mother's womb. It needs a medical examination because right now, what it means that the baby's airway is totally blocked, either with mucus or it is being narrowed. So that person needs to get a medical. And also, when you now start coming or accompany with that wheezing sound, this is when you have to be more concerned. You have to show more concern because it can also lead to not having a proper night rest.
Okay.
So when that person is having that kind of thing, you cannot have a proper night rest. So it's something that should give the parents a very big concern. They should seek medical attention. It is not normal.
It's not normal. And to think that the child is just 4 years old. So this is an emergency, if you ask me.
You don't go and seek medical attention. We are not here to give diagnosis.
No.
We need to take some medical histories. We need to ask some questions before we can make that diagnosis. We need to ask some questions, but this is not what we are doing now. All we need to do is just to give the advice. With what he has said, he needs to seek medical attention as soon as possible.
Okay. Seek medical attention. Seek the services of a pediatrician if you can. And my very good friend, Dr. Chidima Uda, also sent in a message. She's a pediatrician of high repute. And she says a child who is snoring most likely has adenoid. Dr. Chidima, you want me to bite my tongue this morning? Which one is adenoid hypertrophy? Hey. Okay. And then she is recommending that, Gospel, you should take your child to see an ENT surgeon. Thank you, Dr. Chidima. I love you as always. Okay, Mr. Elvis, please turn down that volume on the radio. I can hear myself and it's distorting. Okay.
Sorry.
Yes, please. So it's better. Bernard asked another important question. Quickly try to answer before we go take a message. And he says he usually experiences shortness of breath while bathing with cold water. And then right after bathing with cold water, the chest pain sets in. And this has been happening for over almost 1 year.
Wow. I've initially told you that whenever you're having that shortness of breath and it's been accompanied with chest pain, it makes that you are more concerned. Then having a cold breath, actually your body responds immediately. We call it, what we normally call it is cold response shock. That's where your body is responding to that cold. Because cold, that's a cold kind of narrow the airway automatically. So when that happens, your body tries to respond immediately, because when the airway is narrow, it reduces the number of air or the quantity or volume of air that enters. So how does the body respond? The body responds by increasing your breathing, which is normal. It can be normal for some people. Then, but you now get more concerned when it's been accompanied with chest pain. Also, you cannot be more concerned when it actually kind of increases your heart rate, or making it a little bit, how would I put it, giving you more signs of maybe that's whole dizziness. You're feeling after the bed, you feel like fainting, you feel like having losing consciousness, you feel like not being focused, you feel like having confusion. Then you try to get a little rest before you can get yourself. That is actually when you become more concerned. But if you're having a cold breath and you're having shortness of breath, we call it cold shock reaction. It can be normal. It's a physiological reaction. And you need to also check whether you have some underlying health issue that should not allow you having a cold breath. Because not everybody should be having a cold breath, especially in this kind of weather we are now. It's not advisable to have a cold breath now. So that person also needs to check or seek medical attention. Especially now you have complained that it's been accompanied with chest pain. I wanted to even know whether that person also feel this whole fainting or severe dizziness, or sometimes blue or gray lips. When you have blue lips or in your fingers, you start having those conditions in your fingers. That's to show you that it's more than you think. So you need to seek medical attention.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Elvis. It's time for us to go take a message from our sponsor this morning, and the moment we'll come back, it will be more of the conversation with you on Health Revolution. I know the phone lines are beeping, and I'm already getting messages on Facebook and on WhatsApp. We are live on Facebook at Echo FM 100.7. J-Boy, please, let's take messages from our sponsor this morning. And I sent a list across to the distributor yesterday. Kachi Sin and Unity and Mega, Charles from World Bank, Rosemary. I believe you got my text messages yesterday. Speak with the distributor and see how you can claim your prizes today. And then this week is another week. We already had a winner yesterday. And yes, the train continues. While we wait for the message from our sponsor, let's squeeze in. Let's see if we can squeeze in one more call. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, please. What's your name? Good morning. You're welcome.
It's Adabeke from Ata.
Adabeke, how is Ata this morning?
I'm fine.
Go ahead.
Please, what if, like, this goes the same to me. Like, if I bet cold water, it seems as if I'm breathing high, but no chest pain. Is this okay? If you take cold water, what kind of cold water? Like ordinary room temperature cold water or from the freezer? No, not from freezer. Ordinary temperature cold water. Okay. And then it will seem more like you're breathing very fast. Yes. Okay. If it's okay, we'll get to find out. Are you ready to answer me this morning? Yes. All right. Mention the address where If Green Foods products can be gotten in Owerri. Quickly. 264 number 1 Old Stadium Lane, Owerri. Is it not 264? 264. 264. 264. Yeah. Where did 264 enter this thing now? Jeez. Number 1 Old Stadium Lane, Owerri. Ah, okay. We'll get to find out if you're the winner, okay? Okay. Thank you, Adabeke. People will not listen. 264. Do we have 264 on this Tetlow Road? Okay. Let's go take a message from our sponsor. When we come back, Mr. Elvis, please stay on the line. In the next 2 minutes, we'll bounce back, okay?
Okay.
Thank you. Don't go anywhere, please.
Music.
Music. Music. Music.
Music just the way you like it. The way you like it. We are Echo FM 100.7. No station does it better like we do.
Instant swallow, which can be prepared in just 3 minutes. It's a fairly new product in the market
for those who want something better than the traditional gari they are used to. If Green Fufu flour is also a fiber-rich instant swallow, so without pounding and sweating, you can get your fufu akpu ready in just 5 minutes. Let me splash more info on these products, starting with If Green Vita. If Green Vita is fortified with vitamin A for good vision and is rich in fiber to aid weight management. So smooth to swallow and easily digested due to its low carbohydrate content, and it's gluten-free, prepared with boiled water, not stir or fried. It's so easy to prepare. If Green Fufu flour. If Green Fufu flour is one of the finest quality. It's order-free but full of the same great taste of fufu for those who cherish the African swallow of all time. Fufu is an ultimate energy food for maximum performance, a good source of carbohydrates to help maintain a healthy diet and lifestyle. It contains considerable amounts of protein, zero fat, and zero cholesterol content. The two If Green Foods products are available in pack size of 1 kg, found in most stores, supermarkets, and open markets. You can follow us on all social media, Facebook, Instagram, and X at If Green
what else
Foods.
are you looking
Contact
for?
our
We have
Owerri
all the
distributors,
shows and
KC
programs to
stores
keep you
at number
entertained
1
and
Old
informed
Stadium
as
Lane,
you navigate
Owerri,
your day.
Imo State,
Keep
or
your radio
call
dial locked on Echo
0814
FM 100.7.
664
Don't touch your radio dial.
6966. More distributors wanted nationwide. Contact company office on 0908 328 8888. Eat If Green Foods, eat healthy.
Echo FM.
You're welcome back and thank you so much for joining us. Yes, you just listened to a message from our sponsor, If Green Foods, a subsidiary of If Green Industries and Investment Limited. Okay, quickly, let's take this one. We have a message on Facebook. Mr. Elvis, are you still with us?
I'm here, Diva.
Thank you. Somadina, real man, says, my baby is 9 months old and he's not eating. He doesn't eat anything, only breast milk and water. What should I do? You're asking Mr. Elvis. Mr. Elvis is not a pediatrician. I will want to do this one now.
You should go to the hospital.
Simple. Please seek the services of a nurse, qualified nurse, or a doctor or a pediatrician. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, so the last person who called, Mr. Elvis, says she takes cold water. Whenever she takes cold water, she starts to feel that shortness of breath. Is that okay?
Yeah, it's kind of close to the last or the first one we took when the person that had a cold breath. You know, quite good, because it now even brings us to another one of underlying causes of shortness of breath that can become with chest pain. You know, sometimes it might be that your lungs and your heart are good, but you're having what we call even ulcer, you know, or, esophageal, injury. So when you take a cold water, it irritates all those areas. Okay. It irritates those esophageal pipeline. It kind of inflames even the ulcer more. So once that happens, it's accompanied with chest pain, and chest pain comes with shortness of breath. So it's quite normal, because it means that person have an underlying health issue. He should go and check himself out and seek medical attention.
Seek medical
but only
attention.
when, I say that only when you cannot take it more seriously, when they are being accompanied with other, symptoms. When they are being accompanied with other symptoms, that is to show you that it's becoming more serious than you think. But if it's just something that just happened as you have taken that cold water and after a while it stopped, just know that it's a cold that caused it. Okay. But when it continues, seek medical attention. Check your history. Go and see a doctor.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Elvis. This one says, good morning, the Slim Diva. Mine is after bathing with cold water, I develop cold and catarrh. Is that okay? This is from Obi from Amakoya. Go ahead, Mr. Elvis.
The same thing we are talking about.
Okay,
cold,
it's related.
Let me make it clear. Cold kind of constricts the airway. And once the airway is being constricted, the body responds immediately to it, because the body needs that oxygen desperately. And how does the body respond to it? The body responds to it either by trying to clear that airway, maybe thinking is something that's just kind of obstructing it, by you having cough, by you sneezing it out. But if it's not an obstruction, maybe it's just a neurological issue from that cold weather. The body now responds by increasing your breathing. which you now start having increased breathing, which can be referred to as shortness of breath.
Okay.
So that is just a normal physiological response to the body. Which that person already knows that I should not be doing this. Then you stop doing that, and you'll be fine.
And you'll be fine. Tell them. Okay, so quickly, before we read more messages on WhatsApp and Facebook, what's the link now between shortness of breath and chest pain generally? Is there a link at all?
Yes. Once the lungs get the oxygen, where is it taking it to? To the heart. What does the heart do? The heart tries to take this whole oxygen through all parts of the body that needs it. So if actually the heart, the lungs is actually getting enough oxygen, but the heart is having any heart issue, maybe you have a heart disease, you have angina, you have any form of heart problem, the heart will not be properly working efficiently to deliver those oxygen to every part of the body. It now start radiating to you as chest pain.
Okay.
But now when it now gets more serious is when that chest pain now starts spreading all through your arms, going to other parts of the body. That means it's getting serious. But when it's just around the chest, it can actually just simply mean maybe angina, which is just when the heart itself is not getting enough oxygen to pump. The heart respond to you or give you signal with a chest pain. You know that having chest pain. It can actually still be maybe you're actually just having a heartburn, maybe caused by acid reflux. So this is why you just need to seek a medical attention, because there are many complications that can cause or radiate as that chest pain. But definitely any shortness of breath that comes with a chest pain means there's an underlying health challenge you have. And you cannot just know unless you seek medical attention, because you need to be asked some questions. And also, if I don't need to say, once you also know some lifestyle you're living, you're smoking, you have taken alcohol, or you don't even exercise properly, all those things normally comes up with shortness of breath and chest pain. So you also know those factors.
So but how long can a person have chest pain, and how long can it last? That could make a person become bothered or threatened.
When you become very bothered about chest pain is when it comes suddenly. When it comes suddenly, that means you might be lucky when it comes suddenly and you're still alive. That means it's not like a heart attack, because heart attack comes with a sudden chest pain, which once it happens, the heart stops working. And once the heart stops working, the person collapses, and from there you are dead. So once it's sudden chest pain and it's a sharp chest pain, and the chest pain now starts radiating to other parts of the body, accompanied with shortness of breath, accompanied with confusion, accompanied with blue or gray lips on the lips or on the neck, weakness, you should know that at this time you should be in the emergency unit in a hospital.
Wonderful.
Then you can also start seeing nausea and vomiting, sweating. Once you start sweating all over maybe your arms and your palms, you're vomiting, having nausea, feeling. Definitely you are in an emergency situation. You should seek medical attention.
Immediately. Okay, thank you so much. Keep your calls coming in this morning. Hello, good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning, Ms. Indiva.
Please move far away from the radio set. Ama, you are welcome.
Thank you very much, Mr. Indiva.
Go ahead.
So how are you this Tuesday morning?
Very well. I'm cold, if that's what you're asking.
Everybody is cold. The weather is cold.
Yes, I know that. You're welcome. Go ahead, please.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
And I greet the resource person there.
Yes, he can hear you.
Yeah, my question is just very simple. Is it normal that when you run, you have shortness of breath? Is it normal when you run or when you do some strenuous work to have a shortness of breath? Is it a normal way of life? Thank you.
Okay. Ama, thank you very much. And somehow Ama doesn't want to always answer this question. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning, ma.
What's your name, please? Good morning.
My name is Brenda.
Brenda Fassier. Speak into your mouthpiece so we can hear you, okay?
Okay, ma. Can you hear me now?
It's better. Where are you calling from, Brenda?
Calling from Ebada.
Ebada. Okay, go ahead. Any question or contribution this morning?
Yes, I want to know, is it normal for me? Sometimes if I climb the stairs, like I lived in the last floor, if I climb the stairs, I will start having shortness of breath. I want to know if it's normal.
Okay, you get to find out. But first, before you go, are you ready to answer me this morning?
Yes.
Mention the address where If Green Foods products can be gotten here in Owerri. Quickly.
Okay, number 107 KC Store, Stadium Lane.
Say it again. Take it easy.
107 KC Store, Stadium Lane. Where?
It's not 107.
100.
100.
Yes.
100. Okay.
I thought I heard something like 107 during the advert.
Sure? Did I say anything? You said 100, Akwaya? 100.
No, 107. That's the
Okay, okay, not 100 now, 107.
Yes.
Absolutely. Thank you, Brenda. We'll get to find out if you Nigerians can fabricate numbers. 100, 107. That old Adabeke says 264. Hello, good morning to you.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yes, you're welcome. What's your name, please?
My name is Amma from Ubomiri.
Did you say Amma?
Yes.
Oh, we have another Amma from Ubomiri. Go ahead, quickly.
Yes, my own is anytime I bathe with cold water, I have just small kata.
Okay, that's all right.
Yes.
I believe Mr. Elvis has answered you, but before you go, are you ready to answer us?
Yes.
What is the distributor's phone number? The distributor of If Green Foods. What's the phone number? Quickly.
The phone number?
For the distributor.
I don't know.
You don't know.
Thank address.
Address. Oh, yeah, tell me the address. Go ahead.
Number 1 KC Store by Old Stadium.
Hey, number 1 KC Stores by Old Stadium. Okay, we'll get to find out if you are the winner. Thank you, Mr. Elvis. We'll have to try as much as we can to start to summarize right now. Amma asked if it's normal when a person gets to run or engages in a rigorous or strenuous activity. If it is normal to have shortness of breath. That's his own question.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
But I would like to ask that person whether he or she knows the numbers. No, there's something to say, do you know your numbers? If you're an adult, you should know your number. Why
your line is breaking up. Can you move around a little? Your line is bad. Move around a little.
Okay, is it better now?
Okay, you know what? I'll have to cut you off and, try to call you back, if that's okay, please.
That's okay.
In 1 minute. Okay, thank you so much. And while we're waiting to get reconnected to Mr. Elvis, yes, I have a message on WhatsApp. I'll read it out in a minute, but let me try to reconnect with Mr. Elvis so he can help us answer some of the questions by our listener this morning. It's still Health Revolution right here on Echo FM 100.7. Yes, welcome back. Can you hear us now?
Yes, better now.
Go ahead. You were saying something.
Yeah, I wanted to know that person that asked that question. The first thing I'd like to ask that person, hope he or she knows her number. When I mean your numbers in health, it means that do you know your blood sugar level? Do you know your blood pressure level? Do you know your cholesterol level? Because when you know all these things, you should now be able to know which type of exercise you should, give your body to. So that is first thing you need to know, because when you know those numbers, you should know that you are even advised to, partake in a rigorous exercise or light exercise. So once you know those numbers, you know. But once you are doing the wrong thing, you're actually causing more harms to your body. So once you know those your numbers, you're good. But if you're someone that have been, engaging physically active, you should not be having that kind of shortness of breath or chest pain. You should immediately go away once you catch your rest after the exercise.
Okay. That's well explained. So quickly, before we let you go, while we summarize, you also give us your parting word alongside this answer. First aid, for instance, I'm walking along the road. Maybe I went to the market to buy something, and then all of a sudden a woman stops by and starts to gasp for air. She cannot breathe. She's having shortness of breath and maybe lightheadedness and all of that. What can I do at that particular time?
If that person is conscious, can talk, you can start asking questions. Allow that person to be seated, upright, and not being crowded, because when you're being crowded, you people are kind of releasing carbon dioxide, which that person doesn't need as of that time. So One of you just ask that person, do you have any health issue? Are you asthmatic? That's the first thing you should be asking. So if that person is asthmatic, you should be looking for his or her inhaler to help him out. If that person say, I don't know of any health issues, all you just need to do is just find the means of transportation and take that person to a nearby hospital.
Okay.
There's nothing you can do to someone that's having shortness of breath. There's nothing to do to someone that's having chest pain that is severe, to the extent that that person cannot even walk. That person is now lying down on the road. Just try as soon as possible to get that person. All you just need to do is to let that person be seated upright. If cannot, lie down facing in a way that he can be able to get enough air. Just take that person to any nearby health and to get a medical attention
immediately.
If that person is someone that can talk and tell you, okay, this is what I used to suffer, then ask him, do you have hypertension there? Is your drug there? We can help you ascertain whatever he needs to help that person out.
Okay.
That's just what.
Thank you so much. Parting word before we let you go, Mr. Elvis, please.
Okay, I'll just put it in a very short form. Chest pain, shortness of breath, I will normally say, is just a message that your body is sending to you. So you should not ignore it, no matter what. But the first thing, do not panic, because panicking, as I said, increases or kinds of causes shortness of breath. So at that time, do not panic, but still do not ignore. The important thing is to not panic, but still don't dismiss those symptoms. When those chest pain is new for you, unexplained, sudden, severe, like you've not had it before, please try and seek medical attention promptly. Remember, early recognition and appropriate treatment can make a major difference. That's what I have to tell you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Elvis Onyugo, respiratory physiologist. Thank you for sharing your expertise with us this morning.
Thank you, Slim Diva, for having me. I wish to have more of you.
Yes, don't worry. There'll be more time. I go to disturb you, so get ready. All right. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your day. And yes, you heard what he said. Please, not everything is normal. It's normal for you to run around and experience shortness of breath. However, when it becomes too much for you to handle, the best thing would always be for you to seek the services of your doctor. Chukudi Enwerem from Worubi on WhatsApp says, good morning, Mary. I love your program and I'm listening with rapt attention. Thank you. I encourage people, as always, to go to the hospital and get checked whenever they have or feel any pain or have difficulty breathing. I advise that man with a 4-year-old child to seek medical attention immediately. Mary, please pick my call. I want to answer the question. So sorry, Chukudi, I can't even see your phone numbers right here. That's the way it's wired. I apologize for that. Thank you. So for the man who called in to say his child of 4 years usually experiences this wheezing sound, it's an emergency. Dr. Chidima Uda has also suggested you should please, if you want to get the products, if you want to be a distributor, of that product, please seek, call this number, okay? 0814 664 6966. Again, 0814 664 6966. And the address is KC Salt or KC Stores, number 1 Old Stadium Lane here in Owerri, Imo State. Try to call the distributor for more and more information on the products. Thank you so much. And the winner for today is Ama from Ubo Miri. He got it correctly in as much as he tried to twist it a little. Number 1 KC Stores, Old Stadium, not 264. Or 100 or 107. No. Thank you so much. My name is Mary Omeniwo. They call me the Slim Diva, your most adorable. Ama, send me a message on our WhatsApp portal 0707 491 3438. Let's go listen to this message, and right after that, it will be time for the news. Don't go anywhere. Thank you, DJ J-Boy.
My good people of Owerri, ever heard of If Green Foods? If Green Foods.
Don't touch that dial. We are the fresh news people. Echo FM 100.7.
Music. Music. Music.
Music. Music.
Music just the way you like it. The way you like it. We are Echo FM 100.7.
The fresh news people.
No station does it better like we do.
If you know that it's us, Almighty that created you, and created we Nigerians like you, it is for us because the masses are suffering. How can suspend me here? Are we your slaves? And I'm going to win this election. That is the truth.
Stay informed with Echo FM 100.7. Join us for exclusive interviews with experts, breaking updates on local and global events, and in-depth coverage of issues impacting our community. Tune in every day at 6:30 a.m., 12 noon, 2 p.m., and 6 p.m. for our major news bulletin in English, Igbo,
Country people, this is not story time on Top Echo
and Pidgin language. For more inquiries, you can reach us through our email, echofm@thekingmail.com. You can follow us on our social media handles at Echo FM. Echo FM 100.7 Owerri. We are the Fresh News People. It's the news at noon on Echo FM 100.7.
Good afternoon to you. This is the Global News at Noon right here on Echo FM 100.7 Owerri. We are the station with fair and balanced reporting. My name is Mary Omeni Wode, bringing you the latest news and breaking stories around the world. Here are the headlines. WAEC under fire over 2026 results and alleged grading anomalies. Pension arrears, ex-soldiers set to protest at Defense Ministry. Inflation eases to 15.43% amid food price surge. On the foreign scene, Australia, Japan defense chiefs discuss deeper military cooperation. And Brussels remain on yellow drought alert despite expected rainfall. And on sports news, Nigerian defender moves to Villarreal on loan. Details shortly. The West African Examination Council, WAEC, is facing growing scrutiny over the integrity of its newly released 2026 West African Senior School Certificate Examination results for school candidates, as school administrators and education advocates allege grading anomalies and technical glitches linked to the expanded computer-based testing rollout. The concerns follow complaints from school administrators and education advocates who claim that some high-performing students received lower grades than expected based on their academic records and performance in other standardized assessments. However, WAEC defended the integrity of the 2026 results amid the criticisms. WAEC head of public affairs Moyosola Adeshino stated that the results were produced through rigorous and quality-assured processes that had guided the council's examinations over the years. The examination body also urged candidates, parents, schools, and members of the public to exercise caution over unverified claims concerning the results. Meanwhile, retired military officers under the aegis of their association are set to protest at the Ministry of Defense over the non-implementation of the consequential adjustments to their pensions following salary increases for serving military personnel. One of the leaders of the retirees, Colonel Innocent Azubike, retired, disclosed this, saying that the protest was aimed at demanding what he described as the constitutional pension rights of military retirees. Azubike noted that President Bola Tinubu approved a salary increase for military personnel in November 2025, which according to him should have resulted in a corresponding adjustment to the pensions of retired personnel. He, however, lamented that the adjustment had yet to be implemented, despite repeated acknowledgements by military authorities of the president's approval. Azubike warned that the exclusion of existing pensioners could create disparities between military personnel of the same rank with similar years of service who retired at different times. The Nigeria Democratic Congress (NDC) in Zamfara State has raised the alarm over the reported planting of an improvised explosive device (IED) by suspected bandits along the Gurusu-Gwashi Road in Bukoyum local government area of Zamfara State. The party described the development as a worrying escalation of insecurity, warning that the alleged deployment of explosive devices on public roads could expose thousands of innocent residents and road users to serious danger. In a statement issued by its publicity secretary, Al-Kasimu Mustafa, the NDC called on the federal government and security agencies to take immediate action to secure the affected corridor and other vulnerable communities in the state. Kayatawa stated that the reported incident had created additional risk for motorists, farmers, traders, commuters, and security personnel who regularly use the road. Similarly, at least 28 people, including a chief imam, Imam Aliyu, were reportedly killed when bandits attacked the Ongushi community in Kebe local government area of Sokoto State. The attack came amid renewed security concerns in Kebe, where communities have recently faced threats from armed groups allegedly linked to the Lakurawa terrorist organization. Confirming the incident, the spokesman of the command, DSP Ahmed Rufai, said it was difficult to ascertain the actual number of victims. He, however, said no fewer than 28 corpses have been recovered in the aftermath of the incident. Residents stated that the attackers invaded Ongushi and opened fire on residents, killing 22 people, mostly civilians. The latest killings followed reports that a large number of armed men on motorcycles had entered parts of Kebe local government area, allegedly attacking residents, looting shops, and damaging property. It's exactly 9 minutes past noon. If you just tune in, you are listening to the global news at noon right here on Echo FM 100.7 Owerri. Here's a recap of the headlines. WAEC under fire over 2026 results and alleged grading anomalies. Pension arrears, ex-soldiers set to protest at Defense Ministry. Inflation eases to 15.43% amid food price surge. And on the foreign scene, Australia and Japan defense chiefs discuss deeper military cooperation. Brussels remain on yellow drought alert despite expected rainfall. And on sports news still to come, Nigerian defender moves to Villarreal on loan. We'll bring you details after this break. Stay tuned.
Lassa fever is a type of viral hemorrhagic illness that can be contracted from humans or rats already infected with the Lassa virus. The disease is usually spread to people via contact with the urine or feces of an infected rat or animal. Mild symptoms of Lassa fever may include fever, tiredness or fatigue, cough, sore throat, weakness, and headache. In 20% of people, more severe symptoms such as bleeding gums, breathing problems, vomiting, chest pain, or dangerously low blood pressure may occur. You can reduce your risk of Lassa fever by keeping your living space free of rodents and protecting yourself when you're around someone who's infected. Avoid contact with rodents, especially in areas where Lassa fever is common. Keep living spaces clean. Store food in closed containers to discourage attracting rats and other pests. Wear protective covering when caring for someone who has Lassa fever. If you are infected with the virus, isolate yourself and stay away from others to prevent spreading it. This message is brought to you by Echo FM 100.7.
Listening to the Global News at noon right here on Echo FM 100.7 Owerri. And now, business news. In business, reports say Nigeria's headline inflation rate is to 15.43% in July 2026, but the latest figures from the National Bureau of Statistics showed renewed pressure on food prices, with food inflation accelerating sharply on a month-on-month basis. The MBS disclosed this in its Consumer Price Index report for July 2026, showing that headline inflation fell by 0.48 percentage points from 15.91% recorded in June. However, food inflation, which has a direct impact on household welfare, rose to 5.56% month-on-month in July from 3.75% in June. This represents a 1.82 percentage point increase, according to statistics. The development means that while the overall pace of annual price increases continued to slow, consumers were faced with a much faster increase in food prices in July compared with the previous months. Over now to the foreign scene, where the Australian and Japanese defense chiefs have discussed strengthening cooperation in military training, operations and technology sharing as the two countries deepen their strategic and defense relationship. Australian Defense Minister Richard Mao stated that he held talks with his Japanese counterpart Shinjiro Koizumi, highlighting the unique close relationship between Australia and Japan and their shared vision for a safe and prosperous region. The talks come as Canberra and Tokyo expand defense industrial cooperation, including the development of advanced military technologies. And still on the foreign scene, Brussels will remain under a yellow drought alert despite rainfall expected this week, according to regional authorities, warning that the precipitation will not be enough to return water conditions to normal. The decision to maintain the yellow alert or vigilance phase was made by the Brussels Region's Drought Task Force. The task force brings together water operators and other stakeholders, including the Vivaqua and the Port of Brussels, as well as officials responsible for prevention, security, and crisis management. Meanwhile, authorities assessed several indicators, including rainfall levels and the production and distribution of drinking water, before deciding to keep the alert in place. Under the yellow alert, authorities are implementing precautionary measures and calling on residents and organizations to use tap water responsibly. And lastly, on sports news, Nigerian defender Chukwuma Eze has joined Villarreal on a season-long loan from Real Oviedo. According to a statement on Villarreal's official website, Eze will play for the Yellow Submarines B-side during the 2026 and 2027 season. The 22-year-old, who joined Real Oviedo from Ajuwa Academy in 2021, has developed through the club's academy. Eze made 18 appearances during his loan spell with Real Aviles last season. He has made one senior appearance for Real Oviedo against Levante in April 2025. And that's all for the Global News at noon this afternoon, as was brought to you from our news desk. For more information and inquiries, please visit us on social media on Facebook at Echo FM 100.7 and Echo FM, on X at Echo FM_Owerri, Instagram at Echo FM 100.7 and YouTube at Echo FM 100.7. You can listen to us anywhere in the world by visiting www.echofm.net, that is www.echofm.net, or search for us on Radio Garden by typing Echo FM 100.7 Owerri, Nigeria. My name is Mary Omeni Wode. Thank you for listening. Good afternoon to you.
It's the sound of the city.
Music.
Music. 100.7.
Music.